Well, core training seems to be a hot topic in the gym these days because everyone wants those washboard abs, of course. But according to our 2 News fitness expert, Wes Cole, core training goes beyond just cosmetics and can protect you from injury. I want those six-packs.
Absolutely, we all do.
What do I do?
Well, I mean, there's a great way to train it, but I think a lot of people, they look at core work as just what you can see in the mirror, but there's a lot more involved.
Okay, the first one is the virtual belt.
I like to tell my clients when they're really trying to go for that those washboard abs that there's a lot that you can do with your core training, a lot to prevent injury. And you want to kind of visualize a virtual belt. We're kind of building a virtual belt of protection and support around it.
Right.
And it's based on basically working 3 different muscle groups in your core. And today we're going to go over it. The first one is basically the abdominal muscle, the six-pack muscle that basically runs right here and attaches down to your pelvis. And we're going to show you how to work it. Where a lot of people go wrong is most people, when they're working their six-pack muscles, they do a lot of crunches. What I like to do, Beth, go ahead and bring your knees up, is this is basically called the bench press sit-up or bench press crunch. And you see Beth is holding some pretty heavy weights. She might only be able to do maybe 12 or 15 reps of this with clean reps. As soon as she can do a little bit more, she always adds weight. And that's where a lot of people go wrong with crunches. Thank you, Beth. You can stop now. a lot of people, they treat their abdominals differently than other muscle groups. You know, if you're working your arms and the weight's light, you go up in weight. Treat your crunches the same way. So you can do 12 or 15 clean reps, add some weight.
Okay.
The next one, basically, we're going to talk about is basically your obliques. And the obliques, they literally kind of frame your abdominals. And here's a great exercise. Kyle, come on out here and show the wood chop. And basically, the obliques are great exercise if you do a lot of sports. Go ahead and bend your knees a little bit. You can also work your legs a little bit more. But basically, any type of rapid twisting motion will really work the sides, obliques, and really kind of really frame the abs. Not only will it help your abdominals look a little bit better, but I guarantee it'll help you in sports like tennis or wrestling, anything that involves a lot of twisting. What you do on one side, make sure you always do on the other. Maybe 12 or 15 reps, and be careful, don't drop the dumbbell.
Now that oblique here, is that the front and the back? Like this
right,
part
no,
right
here, right on the side.
Okay.
And your abdominals, you can't do the exercise without the front part of your abdominals kind of kicking in too. Yeah. But it also needs a little bit of specific training, and I guarantee you that would work. The next one, of course, is your low back. And a lot of people tell me that, you know, I feel my low back when I do crunches and sit-ups. Well, if you feel your low back, remember your low back, it's muscles too. So a little bit of soreness is okay. It just means you're working. A lot of pain is a bad thing. But if you're really weak, if all you feel is your low back when you're doing ab work, and you probably have a weakness and you need to do some specific training. Here's a great exercise. It's called a good morning. And basically what Beth's going to do is she's going to keep a little bend in her legs. And she's just going to come up. She's going to use a weight. It doesn't have to be too heavy, maybe 12 or 15 reps. But what she's doing right here is she's not avoiding the back. A lot of people that have back injuries, they totally exclude it from their training. But you got to work it. Couple sets, 12, 15 reps. I guarantee you that back will start getting a lot stronger. Thank you, Beth. Perfect.
Right. Good advice. Do all that. We're all going to have six-pack.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right. Now time to answer a couple questions from our viewers. This first question comes from Cheryl. Is it possible to reshape and tone muscle without building it?
You know, I hear this question a lot. A lot of women, they want to tone. They don't really, they're afraid of building muscle. Yeah. Remember, scientifically speaking, there's really no such thing as tone in a sense that I like to tell women when they go and they're working out, no matter what they're doing, weight training, Pilates, yoga, you're either building muscle or you're not. The contractile fibers are either increasing in size or not. So there's really no such thing as tone. And as far as reshaping your muscles, we're really kind of born with the shape that they're at. We can make them more visible by losing body fat and by working them, making them bigger, but you really can't reshape like that. But you know, just get in there, lift weights, work out, and don't be afraid to be too big. I've never had a client that said, man, I'm just seeing too much muscle.
When you build muscle, though, it's heavier, right?
What's that?
So like if we were to weigh ourselves, then we feel heavier.
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's also smaller, too. It's a little bit more compact. So it looks really good. You add a few pounds on your frame, and you definitely won't look bulky.
It's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Okay, our next question comes from Tessa. How do foam rollers work?
Well, this is real interesting. I recently did a seminar in Dallas with a top trainer, and he basically has all of his clients do at least 15 minutes of foam roller work. And basically, this is what it is. Kyle, come on out here. I basically just picked this up at a health store just in the farm. And basically, it looks just like almost like a floaty device. It's very hard. And basically, you get on the ground, you put it on your back, and if you've ever had a massage, a deep tissue massage, you just kind of roll back and forth. It's not real pleasurable. I mean, it's a pretty deep massage, but it's really good. It really improves the quality of the tissue and promotes blood flow. And a lot of people do a lot of this right before workout. And maybe some other segments, I'll show you some stuff that we can do. But it's definitely something to have around the home gym.
All right. Love it. Thank you so much. If you have a question that you would like Wes to answer, just go to the weekend morning section of our website, kjrh.com. Click on the habitual health link or give Wes a call, 749-0960, or visit his gym on 46th, just east of Sheridan.